I received a question on Facebook about proper form of bicep curls, bicep exercises, the proper technique on how to work your biceps out. The first thing to do with any muscle group, I would break it down into how many muscles are in that muscle group. So in the biceps you have 2 heads, that's why it's called a bicep. A tricep would have 3 heads, a quadricep would have 4 heads. So 2 heads make up the bulk of the bicep. I would break them down into 2 separate parts, so hit the inner and the outer head. You can do that by changing hand positioning. Same thing with triceps. You change the hand positioning, you're going to change which heads you're actually working. So rather than hitting the same head over and over, you're going to hit, between the bicep and the tricep, there's 5 heads. You hit two on the bicep and you hit all 3 on the tricep, you're going to have a much fuller looking arm, rather than just having like an unproportioned arm that's not even really, it's a half-ass arm pretty much, if you want to put it that way. And as far as the correct way to work it, I'll show you right now. Rather, a lot of people want to jerk around and do this and do that. Guys, I would keep it stabilized. So I'll start with the feet up. You're going to bend your knees, abs nice and tight, right? The knees are bent, abs nice and tight. I like locking my elbows in so they don't move. If you see here, I don't move back and forth. It's always stabilized right there. I go up and down. The angle between my forearm and the bicep decreases and increases, but my elbow doesn't move. So it's pretty much locked right in there, stays right there. It doesn't move at all. So right there, I'm gonna come up and go down slow. There's no such thing as coming up fast, down slow. It's always controlled. Make sure you have control of the bicep the whole time. You don't ever, guys, there's no reason to, if you're doing a squat, maybe I can understand if you're using momentum. This is an isolation exercise. You want to isolate the muscle. Use only that muscle to bring it up, not your synergistic muscles. So, you know, if you're doing it wrong, if you're using other muscle groups, you might use your shoulder, you might use even your back, your lower back to bring it up by swinging. A lot of times your shoulder is going to come into play when you're trying to work your bicep. That's why you have to isolate it, lock your elbows right in there, and you're going to burn out much quicker. You're going to get a much denser bicep, a lot fuller, and you're going to get a pump a lot quicker. So don't waste your time loading up the bar like I just did with 155 pounds. That's not going to do anything for you. I just did it to prove that I can do 155. There's nothing impressive about it. It's more impressive to do 30 pounds for 20 reps than it is to do 155 pounds for 1 rep, because I feel a lot more with the lighter weight.